Hello student, in this video we will study the phylum Cnidaria. In previous videos we studied the phylum Protozoa, phylum Porifera, and next to the phylum Porifera now we start the next phylum, that is phylum Cnidaria. See, the phylum Cnidaria, that is also known by the Coelenterata. Okay, so here the Coelenterata is the another name for the Cnidaria. Means in some books you will find the name Cnidaria phylum, while in some old books the name of the phylum is Coelenterata. But the same phylum Coelenterata is nowadays known by Cnidaria. See, the animals from the phylum Cnidaria, they are the first animals, true animals, which are the true metazoans. Okay, because their somatic cells, they arranged into a distinct germ layers, or we called it as the tissues. Okay, here many cells are there, but those many cells are of variety of types, and due to that the different organ systems are produced. And since the coelentrates, they are the first metazoan animal which shows the tissue grade organization. Okay, since we call them as the true metazoan. So here, in case of the animals, the tissue grade organization is observed. Okay, and since we call it as the first animals where the tissue grade organization is there. Okay, so this is about the general introduction of the coelenterate. Actually, these coelentrates, they possesses the animals like hydra. So hydra is well known for you. So hydra is the example of the coelenterate. So try to remember the characters of that particular phylum depending on the example. Try to remember the combination of phylum and its example, and accordingly you are able to learn the characters and you are able to remember the characters very easily. Okay, so if we study the salient features of phylum Coelenterata, actually all animals, they are aquatic. Mostly they are present in the marine water, means in the sea or ocean, but very few of them, they are from the fresh water. So here we can say that majority of them, they are from marine water, and few of them, they are from the fresh water habitat. These animals, they are either solitary, or we also call them as the colonial. Solitary means they lived individually. Okay, single animal lived in that particular habitat, not in a whole habitat, but they are not lived in a group. They lived individually, so we call it as a solitary. Or there are some species from the Cnidaria, they shows the colony, since we call them as a colonial animal. Means it depends on the species that some of them they are solitary, while some of them they are colonial. Now few of the animals, they are sedentary, while few of them they are free swimming. Now sedentary means what? Sedentary means they remain attached to the substratum where they are present. Okay, so if they are present in the fresh water or if they are present in the marine water, they always remain attached to the substratum. म्हणजे समुद्रात असले काय किंवा नदी किंवा तलावात असले काय, ते सबस्ट्रॅटम म्हणजे खालचा जो तळ असेल, तळाला मोस्टली रॉक्स खडक असतो, त्याला ते किंवा एखादं दुसरं काही सबस्ट्रॅटम असेल तर त्याला ते अटॅच होऊन राहतात. सो वी कॉल देम ॲज अ सेडेंटरी. While some of them they are free swimming, means they are float in the water, they move here and there in the habitat, where that habitat is marine or it is freshwater. So the animals specifically, they are radially symmetrical animal. we already cover what is radial symmetry. So the animals are radially symmetrical. Okay, so these animals, they are diploblastic. Diploblastic, formation of two layers are there, ectoderm and the endoderm. Okay, and in between the ectoderm and endoderm, a jelly like mesoglea is present. Okay, so the animals, they are diploblastic. If you just consider the coelom means body cavity, so the coelom is totally absent. The animals, they possesses the short, slender tentacles. Now these tentacles, which are particularly surrounded the mouth. Okay, the mouth is get surrounded by the tentacle. So it indicates that the function of tentacles which surrounds the mouth is for the process of food capturing. So food capturing is the process which takes place with the help of tentacle. हायड्रा जर तुम्हाला आठवत असेल तर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे हायड्राचं स्ट्रक्चर जर आपण असं बघितलं तर हा हायड्रा जो असतो त्या हायड्रा हा सबस्ट्रॅटमला कुठल्या तरी अटॅच असतो. हे त्याचं माउथ आहे. हा छोटा हायड्रा आहे नवा, त्याचे हे म्हणजे बर्ड आहे आणि हे इथे टेंटॅकल्स असतात बघा, बरोबर. सो दीज टेंटॅकल्स विच आर सराउंडिंग द माउथ अँड दोज टेंटॅकल्स आर हेल्पिंग फॉर कॅप्चरिंग द फूड मटेरियल. Then the next is there that on the body as well as at the tip of the tentacles, specific cells are present. We call those cells as the nematocysts, or we also called them as the stinging cells. Now these stinging cells or the nematocytes, actually they are served for adhesion, offense and defense, as well as for capturing the food material. Because already we said it that some of the animals, they are sedentary. Sedentary means what? Suppose this, if we take the example of hydra, the hydra remain attached to the substratum. जमिनीवर खाली तो कुठल्या तरी एखादा खडक असेल त्याला हा चिकटलेला आहे, दगडाला चिकटला आहे. So that specific type of the nematocytes or the stinging cells which are present here on the body, as well as they are present towards the tip of the tentacle. So those tip of the tentacles which possesses the nematocytes or stinging cells, or the base which possesses the nematocyte or the stinging cells, they are helpful for the three purpose. For the adhesion means to remain stick to the substratum. Adhesion म्हणजेच काय, चिकटून राहण्यासाठी. ओके, अडेजन आपण अडेझिव्ह म्हणतो ना, अडेझिव्ह म्हणजे काय, चिकट पदार्थ. अडेझिव्हचा अर्थ होतो आपण जे फेविकॉल वगैरे वापरतो ना त्याला आपण अडेझिव्ह म्हणतो. तो काय करतो, चिकटण्यासाठी आपण त्याचा, चिकटवण्यासाठी आपण त्याचा वापर करतो. मग तसेच इथे काय होतं आहे, हा जो काही हायड्राचा बेस आहे पोस्टेरियरने, दॅट इज गेट स्टिक टू द substratum. So these stinging cells or nematocytes, they are helpful for first one adhesion, they are act as a offense and defense, and for food capturing. Already we studied the food capturing. Now these tentacles, they are also helpful for offense and defense. जसं आपण हात आहे, हाताचा वापर आहे, समोरनं कोणी आलं तुम्हाला मारायची ॲक्शन केली तरी तुम्ही पण पटकन त्याला मारायला धावता, बरोबर. म्हणजे तुमचा हात जो असणार आहे तो काय करतो, इट वर्क्स फॉर ऑफेन्स अँड डिफेन्स. तुम्ही स्वसंरक्षणासाठी तुमचे हात वापरतात. तसेच इथे हे टेंटॅकल्स ऑफेन्स आणि डिफेन्ससाठी वापरले जातात. ओके, नाउ दीज ॲनिमल्स, दे आर प्रेझेंट इन द डिफरंट स्ट्रक्चरल टाइप्स. ओके, सो इफ यू जस्ट कन्सिडर the structural, there are two structural types. For example, the polyps, and the second structural example we called it as the medusa. So polyps and medusa, they are the two forms or two structural types, and as there is presence of more than one type of the form or type of the organism, that is polyps and medusa. So the animals, they are either present in the polyps form or they are present in the medusa form. So we called it as the polymorphism. म्हणजे तो ॲनिमल एकापेक्षा जास्त फॉर्ममध्ये प्रेझेंट असतो, मग आपण त्याला म्हणतो polymorphism. So here poly means, see this word polymorphism, so that word is made up of two words. Poly means what? Many, and morphism means morpha. And what is the meaning of morpha means form. म्हणजे many form मध्ये जेव्हा तो animal present असेल, more than one form, so we call it as a polymorphism. So the Cnidaria, animals from the Cnidaria, they shows the polymorphism. If you just study about the different types of the system, so here the respiratory system, then circulatory system and excretory systems, they are wanting, or we call it as the absent. Means as such a system is absent, but the process of respiration takes place, okay, excretion takes place. But here we can say that the respiratory system, circulatory system and excretory system, they are absent or wanting. Then the next system, we called it as the nervous system. So the nervous system is present, but the nervous system is of primitive type. So primitive type means what? The network of the nerve cells are present. Okay, network of nerve cells means brain, nerve cord, sensory organ, such a type of the structure is not there. The nerve cells are there, and the nerve cells, they are just at a primary at the primary stage of development. And since we call that particular nervous system is of primitive type, it is not highly developed. Okay. Now here what happens, see, though the brain and the remaining other what we say that the nerve cord and everything, though it is not there, not highly modified sensory organs are present, but a very simple type of the sensory organs are present. The sensory organs are there, but they are very simple in the form. For example, the eye spots or the statocysts. Okay, so the eye spots or statocysts are present, and they are act as the simple sensory organ. Then the next thing is that the process of reproduction which occurs by both way, asexual reproduction is there and sexual reproduction is there. See, asexual reproduction which is occur with the help of budding, just like here the hydra, large hydra is there, it produces a small bird. So this bird, when get detached from the main parent body, it is now it will just grow into the new hydra. Means what? Here the formation of bud is there, so we called it as the budding, and that is the asexual type of reproduction. Then sexual type of reproduction is also there. There is a formation of gametes takes place, means ova, and the sperms are produces. Okay, when the formation of ova and sperms are produces, we call it as a means the gamete formation takes place in short, and when the gamete formation takes place, we call that reproduction as the sexual type of reproduction. Then if you just study the development of those animal is indirect, because it possesses the larva in their stage of development, and these larva is known as planula larva. Okay, it is known as planula larva, because see, when ova and sperms, they get fused with each other, there is a formation of zygote takes place, and that zygote will shows the process of development, and it will get converted slowly and slowly into the next stage, developmental stage. We called it as the planula larva. And as there is a presence of the larval stage in the life cycle, we said that the development is indirect development. And the next character, the life cycle shows the phenomenon of alternation of generation. Okay, so in case of alternation of generation, what happens? In this phenomenon, the sexual free swimming, the medusoid, which generate alternates with asexual sessile form. Okay, means there is alternation of generation. Sometimes they produces asexually, in the next time they produces by the process of sexual reproduction. So there is a alternation of generation. Okay, so these are all the characters of phylum Coelenterata. And well-known example, see, this is the rough diagram. Okay, so this is the hydra, and this example which is well known to you. Okay, so this is the hydra. You are familiar with this animal. So this animal is from phylum Cnidaria. So this is the another example. We called it as the rhizostoma. This is the another example. We called it as the physalia. Okay, so there are many such examples. You are also familiar with the jellyfish. So jellyfish is also from the same phylum Coelenterata. Okay, so in this video we study the different characters of phylum Cnidaria with their example. In the next video we will study the general characters of classification of the Cnidaria. Thank you.